Hello, YouTubers. Side Hustle Survivalist here, showing you, helping you, teaching you how to survive and to thrive. Well, guess what? Finally, after car breakdowns and all kinds of stuff, we got Genius Brady back with us. Now, what we're going to talk about today is back several videos ago, Genius Brady and I started a company and business together. So we're going to talk a little bit following up on that, kind of give you the heads up, see how it's going. And probably the main thing we're going to talk about on this is the pitfalls that we are trying to weave around to try to figure out how to make things work. So Brady, if you can just kind of tell what have been some of the problems that we've had.
Some of the problems. Let's just talk about Amazon, because there's a lot of problems that has prevented me from working on Amazon just in my general life. But Amazon specifically, finding which products sell the best. So you want to get products that can give you enough profit margin so when the price fluctuates with the market, you still have a decent profit margin. If you go get a product that you're making $2 a dollar on and the price goes up or down, mainly it will go down because as you more get competition on there, it'll drive the price down and you could, be in the negative and now have 100 units to deal with that are negative. When you first bought the product, you could be looking at $3 profit. Then the market shifts and you're now down negative profit margin. So you'd have to deal with, do I hold this inventory? Do I take a loss? Do I wait for the market to rebound? That's just one example of, a problem. We've got other problems.
What's a remedy for that though? Or is there not really a remedy?
No, we got remedies.
Okay.
So remedy to that is when you're researching products.
That's called sourcing. Sourcing products. That's the correct term for it.
So there's many ways. So we're working with an organization that provides a sourcing software for us, as well as an Amazon prep center. If you're wanting to do this as a side hustle, you're probably looking at going to Walmart, going to Home Depot, Target, and scanning items. I'm sure you've seen it before on the internet. You go and scan items and it will show you what it's selling for on Amazon. Well, there's a lot of back-end research that goes into that. You can look to see how much the product's selling. You can see how many sellers are on it. You can see all these different data metrics on there.
Is that on Amazon? You can find that?
Amazon, and then tools that you plug into Amazon to show you all the analytics. Some of them are free, some of them are paid for. The paid for ones give you a lot more data to work with.
And we're working with the paid for ones.
Yes. There's a software called Keepa. There's Jungle Scout, Keepa, and there's a lot of other ones out there too. They all essentially do the same thing, but my favorite one is Keepa. And you could use them together, separate, just whatever you want to pay for. And essentially you get to see, all of the metrics on like how well is this product selling? How much competition do you have on there? And you get to see if you have a big profit margin on it or not. If you have the bigger the profit margin, typically the slower moving product it is. If there's a lot of competition on there, they're going to fight each other and lower the price down. And then you're losing money at that point. It's more competition. Your remedy for that, you have all of these products. You have the quick moving ones and you have the slower movers. And in the middle somewhere, you'll find a gap in the market where you're not going to have very much competition and you're going to have a decent profit margin. And it's your job to figure out which products have a decent profit margin and don't have a tremendous amount of competition. And then it would be beneficial to test it out before you dump all your money into it. Buy a few of them, buy 1 or 2, 3 or 5 or whatever. Don't buy 50 units on one product, even though it looks really good, because that's an entry-level mistake that I've made. And you can get stuck with 100 units of candy. Get a little candy that you think, oh, I'm gonna make $2 a piece and it sells like 5 a day or whatever, 10, 20 a day. And I'm gonna sell them all off and make a lot of money. And then by the time the manufacturer makes it, it gets to your prep center, it gets to Amazon, and it waits, you're a month and a half into it and the price has already changed. Now you're a negative in your profit margin. So
we've run into that.
We've
actually had that. From my side of the fence, kind of backing up, we started this company together. And I'm kind of handling all the finance type of things. One of the things that surprised me is, we see a lot of YouTubers and videos out there of, start an Amazon business, work out of your garage, and you can make $100,000 your first year and everything. Well, after we have started this, I say nay to that because there is so much involved. And what I was surprised with was the upfront cost that's involved. in that. And one is the getting the correct programs is an expense to do, because we looked at the free programs and they're just, So, but then, you know, you buy the good programs and it gives you all your statistics and everything that you need. But the second thing is inventory. And there's a lag. And I was surprised about the lag, in timeline lag in the inventory, because like he just said, you get your inventory and then once it goes through the processing center, goes to the Amazon
fulfillment center,
and then goes to the packaging, you have 30 days that have already passed, and your prices can change.
And then you still haven't sold it.
And you still haven't sold it.
If you sell the product, then you have to wait 2 weeks to get your money. So
Right.
You're going to have a lag.
Actually, or longer.
Or longer.
Yeah, so because Amazon's the one that cuts you the check.
Yeah.
So that's why in our previous videos, we showed you about setting up an LLC, and we met with the bank, went through the whole bank process, go back several videos of how to get a line of credit.
Sure.
So we've had to use our line of credit, and just like a line of credit works, we've had profit come in, it pays back our line of credit. If we need to go out and get some more inventory, we dip into our line of credit until those two come like this, and then the profits start passing the line of credit. Well, right now, it's still like this. And it is because it takes a lot of time, and Brady does have some other projects going. He's working on an Airbnb. That's gonna be really awesome. We'll do some videos on that down the road once it's ever completed. We get past all the permitting people in the city. You know how that works out. And then he's gonna be able to spend more of his dedicated time to this. But what I'm realizing from my side of the fence, not knowing the whole Amazon and all that type of business, is the amount of time. And it all goes back to the sourcing. And we've sourced some, like you said, some good products at the beginning. And then by the time we got around to where we could actually sell them, we lost money. And so you have to send that back, try to get your money back. And we probably get about 90% because you got to pay your handling fees. You don't get your handling fees and all that stuff back.
Right.
So you got that, and you start over with another one. Now, like you said, the slow movers have actually been, we're doing some tools. I'm not going to say who or what, but we've been doing some power tools that have actually done very well.
Really well, yeah.
Have done very well, but they have taken, 2.5 months to move.
Yeah.
Along those lines.
Well, not really. Like we've got, some will sell in like 3 weeks. But
that's still a long time to me, 3 weeks. My pie in the sky view of attitude of this was at first was like, oh, we buy it on Monday, we'll have everything sold by Friday.
That's not gonna happen.
It doesn't work that way, folks. It doesn't work that way at all.
But I don't want to discourage them either,
No,
because
go ahead.
like we are doing a more advanced level of Amazon FBA. So your videos you see on YouTube where they talking about doing it in your garage, I have done that before. I was doing it in my living room, and I could make 2 or 3 grand profit a month. But you're going to be busting your butt. You're going to be spending hours and hours at the store trying to find a product that works. And then you're going to be packaging it yourself in your living room, working around the clock, and it's just not fun. But you can make it work. If you have the dedication and you have the analytical mindset to look and analyze all the information, and there's plenty of videos that'll show you how to do that on YouTube, you can make it work. So it's not like you can't make $100,000 in your first year doing it. It's just going to take a lot of work and a lot of,
But
pitfalls.
one of the things I always want to remind people is, what's your time worth?
Yeah.
To me, wealth is time.